And there's 3 sources for you: Alex Jones, Power Hour, and Brave New Bookstore. Now there's 3. All right, now with that in mind, I said that the Congress out here and our government over here evidently does not know about the false flag operation that occurred on 9/11. And the reason I say that is because the Trade Tower Controlled Demolition, which is now out on 4 DVDs, 4 separate DVDs, let me write that, I'll circle that one off, that you can get from the Brave New Bookstore, Alex Jones, the Power Hour, and other sources, has completely bypassed 535 members of Congress. Because every time I'm watching the Lair News Hour or I'm watching CBS and they refer to 9/11 and those god-awful terrorists out there that knocked those buildings down, not one single member out of 535 members of Congress has heard of the Power Hour, Alex Jones, Brave New Bookstore, or the conspiracy theory. They have never seen these DVDs, not a single member of Congress, and there's 535 members there. It leads me to believe that Georgie Gordon is the only kid on the block that knows about these DVDs and Building 7 and Silverstein talking about pulling the building at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm the only guy. So I'm going to circle that off. So it's totally bypassed 535 members of Congress. Next, I have never heard one county sheriff out of 3,500 counties in the United States, not one county sheriff has seen these DVDs and has commented upon them. I would believe that if you viewed one of these DVDs, you would say, oh my God, I'm going to play this for my neighbor. I'm going to give a copy of this to my Aunt Bessie. I'm going to tell my Uncle Buster about this. Boy, won't he be surprised when he tells Aunt Edith. So 535 members of Congress don't know this, and 3,500 county sheriffs never heard of it. Next, there are 50 state governors in the United States. Not one state governor has ever come forward and said, I think that Silverstein story of wiring a 42-story building in 5 hours while it's on fire is a false story. Not one governor in America has come forward and said, hey, let me tell you that story. Now, our president at the time was George Bush. I can understand him not coming forward and telling you the story because I ain't sure he could figure it out. But surely Dianne Feinstein and Barbara Boxer, Ted Kennedy, Arlen Specter, Chris Dodd, come on, guys. Surely one of them real smart senators out there, you know, must have heard this story. Must have watched Building 7 implode and say, I wonder how they wired a burning building in 5 hours and brought it down. I wish I knew what contracting company that was. Hey, any of you people out there want to demolish a building, you want to find the company that wired the 42-story building number 7 in 5 hours and brought it down by bringing the explosives into town, looking up the blueprints, figuring out where to place all the explosives, and doing the job in 5 hours. Now, that's the company you want to hire. I'm telling you. You talk about a demolition company now, whatever company that is, Ajax, Acme, you know, hire them. Now, we got 50 state legislatures out here. These 50 state legislatures contain thousands of members. Not one legislative member in the entire United States of America has seen one of these DVDs on Building 7. Not one. Surely, a public official, a senator or representative in Colorado, Florida, or California who saw one of these would sound the alarm. Wouldn't he? Wouldn't he sound the alarm? Kind of like Red Ryder or Tom Mix. You know, he'd go out here and beat the gong and say, hey, wake up out there, folks. Let me tell you what's going on here. False flag, false flag. Well, it didn't come from any of the legislators out there. Now, the FBI has thousands of members. I've never heard one FBI member come forward and spill his guts. The CIA has thousands of members. When was the last time you heard a CIA agent come forward and say, hey, that 9/11 crap was a bunch of, hey, let me explain this Building 7. Now, like I said, no matter what you think of the trade towers, concentrate on Building 7 and then ask yourself, how in the hell do you wire a burning building in 5 hours and bring it to the ground? Huh? Answer that. Now, if you believe that that's possible, my Aunt Bessie was a Seventh-day Adventist, God lover, dumb as a box of rocks, a virgin in Hollywood, and by God, my Aunt Bessie wouldn't have believed that kind of crap. Now, the FBI with its thousands of members, the CIA with all of its thousands of members, the National Security Agency with all of its thousands of members and agents, I have yet, and in 8 years as past, I have not heard one NSA, CIA, FBI, state legislator, governor, county sheriff, or a member of Congress, House or Senate, ask the question, how in the hell do you blow up a building 42 stories high in 5 hours while it's on fire and get all of the explosives and wire technicians and employees through the streets filled with millions of tons of rubble? My God, I'm not even sure that the United States Rangers or the Navy SEALs could do a job like that. That would be an interesting concept. I wonder if the Navy SEALs could take a burning building 42 stories tall, in 5 hours' notice, wire that sucker and bring her to the ground in 5 hours. Hey, some of you Navy guys out there, you must be a Navy SEAL. Now, you guys know about explosives. Hey, send me a letter, would you? An email. Yeah, I'm waiting for a Paul Revere to jump up here and tell us what the hell happened there. Now we got the news media over here. ABC has an outfit called 2020. I've never seen 2020 come on there and explain that Building 7 phenomenon. Dateline, NBC. Come on, Dateline. Hey, Katie Couric over here. CBS. 60 Minutes. Dan Rather, you got canned. How come you don't come forward and tell us the straight skinny here, huh, Dan? No, there's not been one refutation. This is my point. These 4 DVDs put out by 4 different outfits exposing this manifest fraud concerning these trade towers, this 9/11 hocus pocus. Everybody gives them the cold shoulder. Not one refutation. Not one person has come forward and said, hey, these guys are lying. Don't believe this crap. Let's tell you the truth. Now, I saw the Nova special, and I don't know how many times I've watched those buildings fall down, just like you and everybody else, along with Building 7. And then until these 4 DVDs were put out, nobody ever said, let me explain what you're watching over here. Let me show you what the big lie is. So I'm just suggesting, for your own information, I don't care what you believe, and I don't care whether you do it or not, and I'm not trying to sell these DVDs, and I don't make a dime off of them. But, you don't have to buy it from Alex Jones. If you say, well, that guy's but I don't want to buy from the Power Hour or from Brave New Bookstore. Well, then just pick one of the 3. There's a 4th outfit out there someplace. I forget who they are now. Maybe I'll think of them before I finish, but go buy it from somebody. Alex Jones ain't paying me to promote his program or pay or promote these DVDs, but I know he's got them. One of them came from Alex Jones. One of them came from and it's Dave Von Kleist that narrates it, so I know one of them comes from Dave Von Kleist. I don't know who sent it to me, but I'm just reporting to you. There's something phony going on there with that 9/11. You know that? I mean, there's something really phony there. Now, I'm just an old farmer out here now, and I ain't an expert at it, but I thought I'd report it.